Weeknights on MeTV. Who loves you, baby?
You shouldn't ask.
It's Kojak.
Well, it sounds like music to my ear.
On MeTV.
Look at me.
Why do we love him?
Maybe it's the way I comb my hair.
Or maybe it's his trusty right-hand man.
More bite? Cracker! Cracker! Cracker!
Kojak!
Well, I just wanted to hear how it sounded.
Telly Savalas' Kojak.
Story of my life, baby.
Weeknights at 12:30, 11:30 Central on MeTV.
Who loves you?
Hello, I'm John Malos, and welcome to Connect with me. On this day, it is a business day, and we're going to talk about your business, your money. Hey, those holiday scams are out there waiting to get you, but we've got Blair Looney, head of the Better Business Bureau, right here in our studio to tell you what to watch for. Our number, 559-265-4331. Can't wait to get into this show.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Focus today, of course, is on business, but before we get to that, I've got to take another opportunity. I'm going to probably do this or say this until I'm blue in the face, and that is that our interview with Tom Flores is going to air this coming Thursday. Tom was gracious enough, of course, to come into our studio a couple of months ago and tape an entire show, a whole half hour, of which you will see in its entirety on Thursday. Of course, Tom, the two-time Super Bowl winning coach for the Oakland/Los Angeles Raiders. Boy, that was a generation ago. The Raiders are a totally different team now. But today, the business at hand is business. Hey, I know businesses out there are looking to make a killing this Christmas season, but I'll tell you what's worse than that. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. The bad thing is the scammers are out to get you. That's right. I mean, there's so many scams out there, you have to watch for them. And so, what are they scamming? What are they looking to get? Hey, if you're looking to buy a puppy, can you believe that? You've got to watch out. Aw, okay, everybody all at one time in the studio. Aw, isn't that cute? But you better watch out, and you better not cry if you get scammed. You've got to watch this program. Even if you want to buy a gift card, you've got to watch out for the scammers. You buy a gift card at Walmart, or Target, or CVS Pharmacy, or Walgreens. You know what? Chances are, pretty good chance that maybe the possibility exists that someone else has already stolen that gift card, the number, and they just take the strip off and get the number before you even bought it. So, live in our studio to talk about all this, the holiday scams, once again, we are pleased to welcome Blair Looney. He's the head of the Fresno Business Bureau right here in the city of Fresno and the Central Valley. The last time he was here, we got a great response. So what are you worried about this holiday season, about being scammed? You can call and ask Blair. We have all the information today, 265-4331. Can't wait for your phone calls. If you're worried about something, call in. Back in just a moment.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want.
This Amana Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is now just $6.99, and this heavy-duty Maytag Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is only $8.99.
Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
And welcome back. We're pleased to have you along on this Focus on Business Tuesday, of course, and we're going to be talking about the business at hand. Yeah, business is a good thing. It's good for the economy if they make a lot of money during the holiday season and you spend your hard-earned money, but you don't want somebody ripping you off, do you? 559-265-4331. There is no worst feeling in the world, Blair Looney, than to get ripped off. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, John. Nice to be here with you.
Your hard-earned money, it should not be ripped off.
Oh, that's absolutely correct. We've all got to be very careful and watch how we're making our shopping patterns go. And people are watching us in those shopping patterns that we're doing. Be aware of the people who are around you when you're shopping. You know, we heard about the purse snatchings. Well, those weren't just random. They'd watched people, seen their habits, and when they became available and open, they got their purses stolen.
Let me ask you about two things before we get into all the business that we got to talk about today. Before we got on the air, I mentioned that I had received a phone call from someone saying, "Thank you for participating in an online survey." Well, I never take part in online surveys. What should I be aware of, or what should anyone be aware of when they get a call like that?
Well, one of the things, recognize what you've done and what's happened in your life. And if you have not participated, thank them very much for calling and hang up.
Yeah.
If you start to engage in them, these are professionals. They are trained to get information from you without you knowing it. Next thing you know, you'll have disclosed your address, your telephone number, which they already have. They'll be following that up with, how do I get your driver's license number from you? How do I get your social security number from you? Getting you to enter some kind of contest. If there's going to be an offer that's going to sound like it's too good to be true, and John, it's going to be too good to be true.
And what about those folks that kind of breathe down your neck as you're giving your credit card or writing a check at the checkout counter at the store?
We've all got to be very careful. If someone around us, they're watching, they're looking to harvest information from us. Again, these are not just amateurs out there leaning on your body and pushing on you. They are looking to gather information, looking at your check real quick. They're trained to gather your telephone number, your address, get your checking account number right across the bottom from there. If you happen to punch in a PIN number, be careful how you cover that up so you're blocking what your PIN number is. If you openly just go like this,
many people do. I see it all the time.
And we both see it all of the time, and we're all aware of it.
They're just typing their PIN in,
and we're not being careful. We're not watching that someone else is watching us. The probability that there's someone out there to scam you increases every day.
All right, we mentioned at the top of the show, of course, about the gift cards, and you got to be watching closely when you buy a gift card. I want to put some numbers up there on the screen. Turn around there and look, Blair, up on that screen. Research before you buy. Let's leave that up there and go over these point by point until we get to number 4 there. Go ahead.
Well, John, it's estimated by the card industry that 81% of us are going to buy a card, totaling $110 billion.
My gosh.
So what you want to do is, before you buy any card, is to research it and see if there are any fees associated with it for not using it right away. You could buy a card that they could charge you to check the balance that's on there every time you use it. You could get a card with $50 on it and make purchases of $10. You go back in, check the balance, you get a charge on that if you don't use the whole card at one time. So to read the small print to make sure that that card is not got obligations on it tied in with it that are going to cost you.
And they're not going to volunteer information. They're not going to say, hey, by the way, we're going to charge you this fee every time you check the balance or whatever. They're not going to say that.
They don't have the time to do that. No, it's a transaction. Get you in the store, get you out.
Yeah, okay. Read the fine print. We already went over that. Inspect the card before buying.
This is a very, very careful area to be. When you pull that card off the rack, check to see that it hasn't been tampered with in any way. We have had people who've taken the card from the store, purchased it, got it activated, only to find out later that someone else has previously stolen that card from the store, checked the number on the back, recorded that number, returned the card to the store. The card is now activated by me, the consumer, at that point of purchase, and the perk is sitting at home on their computer saying, oh, that card is now activated. They order merchandise from the store through online. It gets delivered. They in turn take the merchandise back to the store and get cash back or exchange it for other merchandise that they really wanted or that they can resell very quickly.
Incredible. So you got to look at that gift card to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with, or any kind of credit card that you might be buying in one of those gift stores. Provide receipt with your gift card if you feel you've been scammed, right?
Always provide that. I give you a gift card, I'm going to give you a receipt with it. You already know what the amount's going to be, and that ensures that if there's a problem with the card, that person who's received it can go back and say, I've not used the card, there's been no transaction.
Right. Now, how prevalent is this gift card scam? Is it going on right now?
It's going on right now in the city of Fresno.
Okay, and how
to be aware
prevalent
of.
would you say it is?
It's in the major stores.
Okay, in all the major stores.
All the major stores are subject.
So you're talking
to it.
about Walmart, Target, CVS, Macy's, all of them, right?
It's if
Everywhere.
if there's a rack out there that at that kiosk
Or a kiosk, yeah.
there's a good probability that a card has been taken from there.
Man, that's amazing.
John, it's well, like I said, 110 billion cards out there. 200 billion of that, 2 billion of that is not going to be used.
It not only hurts the consumer, it hurts the business.
It hurts the business because they have to treat that as an existing account that's open,
Right.
until it's cashed in.
Yeah, and they may take a loss on it. You don't know.
That's exactly
So-
right. So consumers need to, when they get a gift card, use it right away. It's a gift from someone. It's not going to increase in value. You're not going to earn interest on it. So you might as well cash it in, get the gift that
Yeah.
someone intended for you, and tell them, thank him very much because it enabled me to go buy this new whatever.
Right.
Right.
All right. We're talking with Blair Looney here of the Better Business Bureau. He is in charge. He's the head, the president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau. And we want your phone calls. If you're worried about holiday scams, this is the season to do that, of course. Everyone is out there buying for the Christmas holiday season. So the number here is 265-4331. We encourage your involvement because you know what? You are the consumer. We don't want you getting ripped off. We're back in just a moment.
You tell me who I am.
They called you West.
Jim West.
Mr. West.
West!
Well, my name is James West.
A truly great man.
Brilliant.
Secret Service agent,
What's next? Come on, I'm waiting.
man of action. He's James West
Where's Jim West?
on the Wild Wild West. Weekdays at 4, 3 Central on MeTV.
The focus is on business, and we're talking about the holiday shopping season, including, hey, we have a lot of deals here at Ventura TV. You ought to come in and check us out. We got a lot of washers and dryers and microwaves and all that kind of stuff. But I assure you, you will not get scammed or ripped off here at Ventura TV. No way, shape, and form. We give the best deals in town. But we want you to watch out when you venture out into the malls and possibly get ripped off. Either your credit card, your checking account, you're buying gift cards. We've got Blair Looney of the Better Business Bureau here today to talk about scammers that are out there to get you. And you know what? You got to be careful if you buy something online. Don't just readily give somebody your information just because you think that website might be safe. It may not be. Anyway, Blair, let's continue. Holiday budgeting. We're going to put some stuff up on the screen here. And you talk about how important it is for a family or even an individual to properly budget. Create a budget, you say, right?
Correct, absolutely. The average consumer this year will spend about $749 on holiday gifts, decor, and entertaining at this time. And that's a significant amount of money, so people need to put that budget together and stick to it and not go over and be extravagant, because when you start to go over, you start to get making purchases without rational thinking and watch what's happening to you.
Purchasing holiday gifts, it's an emotional thing. It all deals with emotion, and it doesn't deal with reason and reality sometimes.
Well, that's correct.
And
a lot of us get caught up in anticipation that someone's going to give us a gift, so we better go buy one for them, and to be reciprocal on it. And what's the intent in there? And to just get caught with that emotion causes you to go over budget, and then you have problems later.
Right.
Making the payments.
All right. Now, point number 2 we have up there: don't fall for the good deal. The deal that you might think is the greatest in the world may not be.
Well, we all have to remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it is going to be false. It's not that good a deal. And we have to be very careful in looking at that merchandise, that if it sounds like it's a real good deal, is it legitimate merchandise? Is it the real brand that you're looking for? We all hear about those duplicates or the knockoffs of purses or jeans, and you think you're going to get a pair of high fashion jeans that are normally $150, and you're going to get them for $39.95. That is not the real product. You need to be looking at it and making sure that the deal is on the quality merchandise that you want to purchase and that you want to give.
Hey, I'll give you one example. UGG, the Uggs, the boots, okay, they do sell the real ones, but there's also the imitation brands.
Correct.
So you've got to be careful.
You got to be very careful.
I mean, right? Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's true. I'm getting some facial comments here from our floor director, Lauren. Are you wearing Uggs? Yes, you are. Okay.
Well,
are those the real ones? Yes, they are. Okay. But you got to watch out. I mean, are you getting the real McCoy or are you getting the fake version?
Well, there's a good example of the Uggs. You'll see it and it will say UGG-like boots. $29. Well, you know, the UGG is $100, and so you've got to be careful, and you've got to read and do your research and pay attention. Again, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
All right, I want to put that same graphic back up on the screen, that exact same one. There it is. All right, obviously we've been talking about this the entire show. Watch out for scams. But if they have any questions, they can also call your office. Give your phone number out here if you can.
256-6310 is directly to me. Call me.
Okay.
And I'll put you in touch with the right person in the office. But I'd love to talk to you. If you have a problem or situation, let us help you with the Better Business Bureau. You can log online and see us at cencal.bbb.org, or you can call my direct number at the desk, 256-6310. Happy to hear from you.
All right, put the graphic back up on the screen there if you can, Ara. We'll stick with that same one. And you've got some great people working in your office, like Joey Fernandez, who has actually been on this show once, as she was on, and very helpful. Shop safely online. That's point number 4. We touched on that briefly.
Always be careful online. Do your research before you go online to know that it's a legitimate website. You can look at the picture of the merchandise, again, research the merchandise, make sure it is the right stuff, and then when you make the purchase, make sure that that site is secured. Look for the little lock on there that tells you it's a secured site, because you're going to be entering your credit card information, which is going to access someone to your bank account. Be careful. Shopping online is a wonderful way to be convenient for you, but it's real easy to be misled and taken advantage of.
Yeah, and this one here, probably the most important one, and we all fail in this category. Well, not all, but I'd say most of us probably fail in this next category. Know your rights. And I want to read this because this is interesting here. I did not know this. Whether shopping retail or online, know your legal rights. U.S. law requires that orders made by mail, phone, or online be shipped by the date promised, or if no delivery time was stated, within 30 days. I did not know that.
That's a requirement of the law. And so if you order something and they don't ship it on the date that they've told you, you are not responsible for paying for it. You can cancel the entire deal. They have to get back to you, and they have to notify you if there's not going to be a shipment within the 30-day period, to give you the option of whether you want to accept the shipment after that 30-day period or not.
I will bet you none of our staff here knew that. I didn't know it. Anyway,
we have to remember, consumers are in charge.
Yeah,
right. They're the ones. It's their money, and they forget that at times.
Right. Let's take a quick call here. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me with Blair Looney. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I've been listening about this buying online, but what about these things on TV where they show a product and they tell you they're for $19.95, but they'll double the order. All you do is you pay for the shipping. But the thing is that they don't have someone to talk to you in person, but they have just a recording. So what do you do about something like that? Do you have any complaints about this ever?
Well, we get complaints about that, and one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that they have a legitimate address, not just a web address, a physical presence that they can give you a street address to and a telephone number, so that if you need to get in contact with them, you can write to them and you can telephone and talk to someone. If you're only dealing with that business that gives you a voice recording and no way to contact them and no physical address, there's a good probability that you're going to have a problem down the road.
Yeah. Did you had a major...
I see a lot of these commercials on TV, and they tell you that you can buy one item, but then they double the item. but all you got to pay is the shipping. And what if you don't want a second, item?
Well, they don't give you an option. You have to take two. You only want one. You have to take two. If you do that, then get the second one and give it to a neighbor. Surprise them. If you think it's so good and it's going to be that miracle cleaning product, or it's going to be something that's so fabulous, share it with a friend.
Yeah, but they say that you can't buy these things in a store. But I have a daughter that lives in the Dallas area, and she told me that they have a store there that sell all these items that they show on TV. So she went in, just out of curiosity, she went in there and she found this one item that they show on TV, and she said she bought it just to see what it was like, and she said it was no good. So she returned it. So she says they do have a place where you can buy these items.
Well, your daughter and I have that same curiosity. There's a store in the Capitola Mall over in the Santa Cruz area that has it, that is in that mall. And my children and I were there over Thanksgiving, and my teenage kids walked in because they'd seen it on TV and they wanted to test it out. And they saw all those things and they just howled. They laughed. It was quite wonderful. So you can buy them in the store. Don't be fooled by that.
My daughter told me. She called me. She told me, Mom, that one item that I was kind of curious about. I said, yeah, well, they have a store here in Dallas. I went in there. I found this item. I brought it home. I tried it out, and it was no good. I went and took it back.
That's a great story. Well, we appreciate you watching and appreciate your interest, and watch out. If you have any questions, call Blair at his office here in Fresno, and we'll give that phone number out one more time before we go to break.
I missed that. So if you could give it again.
Yeah,
sure,
no
please.
problem.
I'd be happy to have you call me directly at my desk, and that number is 256-6310.
Okay, one more time before we go to break.
256-6310, right to my desk. I'll be happy to help you out any way that I can.
Great. We're talking with Blair Looney. Appreciate that great phone call. Watch out. You don't want to be scammed. Our number here, 265-4331. I promise, if you call here, you will not get scammed. Back in a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
And we're back. We're going to take a phone call. We've got about 6 minutes left in the show, so get them in while we can here. Whoops, they went away, didn't they? Yeah, they got, okay. Call back if you have a question. We're here waiting for your call, 265-4331. We were in a commercial break at the time. We couldn't take your call, but Blair, before we run out of time, let's put some more graphics up on the screen here. Holiday donations. All right, let's put that up in, okay, more than finances. Let's talk about that point number 1 first.
Well, organizations are certainly looking for your money, but you want to find out more about that organization than their plea for finances. What are they going to use the money for? What are the projects that they have it earmarked for? And is that what you want to support, the project that they're doing versus just giving the organization money?
All right, let's take a call here, and we'll continue with this after the call. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me with Blair Looney of the Better Business Bureau. How are you?
I'm just good. How are you? Thank you for answering. Question in here. Will I be too much if I ask a little bit different question about those advertising on TV? For instance, they call this ceramic green nonstick frying pan.
Yeah, ceramic nonstick frying pan, I guess what she's asking about. And so what's your concern about that frying pan?
I'm not concerned about the frying pan.
Okay.
They're lying because we watch on TV and it says $19.99, but wait, if you call right now, you get 2 for the price, and you get the green knife. It's a plastic knife, green knife included. And it says, ask about the shipping, the free shipping. And I know the free shipping, they don't say free shipping, but say ask about the free shipping. So I don't go there. But they don't honor their advertisement.
So what can you do about that, Blair? That's a great question. She got a plastic knife. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
Again, you want to make sure that the business that you're buying from has a physical location, so if you're dissatisfied, you can return the merchandise and get your money back. And if you're dissatisfied, do not hesitate to return that merchandise. Do not hesitate to complain. Contact us and we'll help you at the Better Business Bureau as much as we can. But be on the lookout all the time. Someone's trying to take your money and give you some pretty shoddy merchandise. I hate to say that is out there.
Before we go back to the graphics, I want to ask you real quick, if you can answer this real quick. Buying the as seen on TV products, what's the most important thing you should be aware of?
Oh, where do we start? You want to make sure it's truly a product that you want, and it's going to have the quality that you're looking for, and it's going to be able to do the things that you want it to do. And at the price that it is of value to you.
Should it have a legitimate address at the bottom of the screen?
It should have a legitimate address on the bottom of the screen. It should have a return address policy posted to where it's either on the screen or that you can access it online. All of those things should be disclosed to you if you become dissatisfied with the product.
Want to go back to holiday donations before we run out of time? We only have about 4 minutes here. Okay, research before you buy. Very important, right?
Well, you want to know what that organization is about. You're going to donate. You're going to donate. Be very philanthropic and donate money to them. Our Wise Giving Alliance standards are that 65% of the money you donate goes to the program for which it is intended, and only 35% into their operations.
Okay, quickly, be wary of high-pressure pitches and confirm the charity's identity, like the Red Cross we know.
Well, remember that there's the Red Cross out there, but there's the Red Cross of America, a completely different organization. And so research that organization and make sure that you're giving to the one that you intend, and the right one that's going to get the money into the programs that we all want to give to.
All right, before we get run out of time, buying a puppy, and a lot of people do this during the holiday season. Okay, puppy scammer. I mean, why should we, how can someone scam me when I want to buy a puppy? I don't understand this.
Well, there's a lot of people who are out there who have puppies.
Okay.
They want to sell them. They want to get rid of them. John, the dogs are ill. They haven't had their shots. Be careful. Know that the breeder who you're getting from is reputable, and the quality line behind the dog. You're going to pay the same price for a scam dog as you are a legitimate dog. Do your research. And people get caught up in the emotion of having a puppy. Got to remember, who's going to take care of this puppy after Christmas morning?
Yeah, no puppy mills. Number 3. That's point number 3. That's interesting. Talk about that.
Well, that's know your breeder. There
Okay.
are people out there who do nothing but produce dogs and put them onto the market, and lots of things happen with dogs that are coming out of puppy mills. You need to know who that breeder is and the quality line that you're getting with your dog. Again, there's a lot of viruses that travel with dogs that can make you sick at home. Not only the dog will not live to its full life, but you're going to have problems. So be careful with puppy mills.
All right, we know about phony websites, and finally, puppy exchange for vaccination fees. What's this one about?
Well, this is a case where people are going to trade you a dog if you will pay the fee only. If you'll pay for the vaccination, they'll give you the dog. Now, they're going to charge you more than your vet would charge you for that vaccination. So you're in essence buying the dog in what is presented as an exchange for the fee for the vaccination.
Got about a minute left. Where do you go to get a puppy for the holidays? A legitimate place?
I would recommend that you know a breeder.
Okay.
You check on the breeders and go for referrals. People who are the dog clubs, the kennel clubs, check with them. Check with legitimate stores like Whitey's Pet Shop. There's a great referral source to tell you, here's some good breeders. If you want a collie, here's your go-to. If you want a German Shepherd, this is the breeder you go to. Rely on those resources. Do your research.
Okay, Blair Looney, come back again.
Wonderful to see you, John.
Great information.
Thank you very much, and happy holidays to you and all of the people in your audience.
Thank you very much, Blair. Happy holidays to you, and thank you. And you come back again. It was great seeing you, and great information for our public out there. Hey, tomorrow we're going to talk about Healthcare California, and don't forget, Thursday, Tom Flores. See you then.